Did you guys miss us? You missed us. You literally had to go 45 minutes without the Chasing draft stream. I mean, I can't even imagine how you got through it. Henry Muto, how did you get through? Henry chilling with us. He was the early crew. He's the late crew. We are back. We are underway. We are here with Sam Sherman from the Discord. Sam, an active, awesome member of our Discord community. Sam, we're stoked to draft with you tonight. We're off to the races.
Wow, a couple picks already coming in. All right. I'm excited. Let's go, guys. So this is what? I was talking with Pat earlier. This is main event number 6 for you guys? 5?
This is our 8th main event. This is our 8th main event total and our 4th of the week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I fixed the mic. Appreciate the heads up there. Sam, why don't you tell the people here before we have a few seconds, give them like a little quick overview of who you are, you know, maybe just the elevator pitch, you know, what's your deal, man?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. My deal. So I work in consulting, I guess. That's pretty boring. I'm living in Maine currently, and heading to Boston soon.
You're on the Jumanji plan of stalking me.
Yeah. He's slowly moving closer in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in the North End.
Nice.
Technically North Station. So, oh wow, we are coming up to our pick real soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we will talk about that. North End is a great spot. Who goes here?
Diggs went. So we
Waller?
are about to get our first share of Darren Waller in the main event.
That's huge.
Sam, give the people. I mean, this is a smash pick here for you, right?
Oh yeah, we were just talking about our ideal start quickly before this stream, and this is exactly what we're talking about. So, yeah, that's huge. Love getting Waller. I think. The
tough spot is if the Zeke pick is Waller and those 3 go, and then we're like, shit, what are we doing here?
That's a really tough spot.
Dope. I'm excited to get a Waller share. I think this is very nice.
Yeah, it's a great start.
I do too. I'm very excited to get a Waller share. We've been tantalized a couple times now. Never gotten it. I did want to shout out. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Pat.
I was going to shout out your the chart that you put out on your Twitter at Sherman_FFB. Sam did a really cool visual on applying the profile of the legendary running backs with some like really interesting, because it's like taking each of the categories and applying like how likely he thinks they are to get 4+ receptions, some additional notes. I would definitely recommend checking that out. I just retweeted it. So
awesome.
Take a look at that. It was really cool.
Yeah. Thanks
All right,
for that.
Sam, talk us through what you're thinking here. Aaron Jones and Jonathan Taylor go.
We're on the clock.
Who goes here, Pat?
Antonio Gibson just went as well.
Ooh.
So I think the
you're
decision
looking
is
at
made for us here.
Eckler, Saquon, Ridley, Gibson's gone.
Yeah, I think for me it's Ridley. I mean, Eckler, I'm just not sold. Like, it is kind of an easy path to imagine Eckler having a great season, but it relies on the goal line carries, right? Which I don't know. That seems like too much of a stretch to see him having like a double-digit touchdown season, and I'd feel much more confident in Ridley in this pick over Eckler and Barkley, and then figure out running back later. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm with you. We had talked Gibson, Taylor would have been very interesting picks to pair, but with those guys off, I'm pro Ridley here. I assume you are too, Pat?
Yeah. We don't have Ridley yet. I really like Ridley. I think he's got big ceiling and locked in floor, so I'm into it.
Let's do it.
I mean, yeah, his splits without Julio last year were just insane. Like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I remember owning him a couple places, and it was just insane volume. So
yeah, and I get it. I do think Barkley is also very much in the conversation here, but generally Ridley's off the table when you're having to debate Barkley as an option. I mean, Ridley is a really nice pick.
Yeah, and I think in what Pat was just talking about on the legendary upside, when I looked into that with Barkley, I really came away with it thinking that Barkley is more of a bet on volume than efficiency, really, which I didn't expect. And, some of those efficiency numbers are probably skewed by him playing on a bad Giants team, and like he could be more efficient in a great situation. But do we really think this Giants team like is that situation? Like, I don't know. I think it's just you're praying for a ton of catches, and are the TDs really going to be there? I'm not sure, but he could obviously smash. He's Saquon Barkley, but I don't know.
Yeah. It is fun. I do feel like that there are lots of concerns with the offense, with his health recovery, and then all analysis just comes back to being, but he is Saquon Barkley and could just transcend all of that. So,
yeah,
his quads are huge. So, I mean,
but it's an interesting point on the volume thing because the offensive line is really bad there, and there's another interesting thread that came out of after I wrote the article. Someone was kind of questioning like how predictable offensive line play is, which I thought was really interesting. But I think in a case like the Giants, it would be a real shock if they had like a elite offensive line. Like no one thinks that's in the range of outcomes. So you're not going to get efficiency from that point of view either. To the point about him being a volume play, I think he really can be a volume play though in terms of receiving. Like, if someone's going to have like 5.5 receptions per game, like we're ranking like it'd be like McCaffrey, Kamara, Eckler, Barkley, and we're done. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This is gonna be good here. This side of the board too. I know a lot has changed since some of the early drafts, but I do find that the back end has been better for kind of scooping running back value than like the earlier. Like we just drafted from the 3-hole with Paul, and we were kind of put into some tough spots. We ended up finding a nice pocket, but basically we weren't given any gifts in like 5th through 8th rounds, which I feel like we might get a couple of those from this spot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know with how the room is breaking here.
That was a tough room. We got sniped a few times there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice to see Chubb go that early, as well as Mixon. Hopkins went, 2-1 or 2-2 in the draft we just did. He slides all the way here to the 101 team, who we'll see what else they do here.
Yeah, that's an interesting start with Hopkins and CMC. I haven't seen that much.
Also, Pat, notice here, this Kittle Gibson start looks pretty familiar.
Yeah, pretty familiar. Out of the same spot. I had thought we might be the only Kittle Gibson team in the tournament because Gibson had not gone in the first. Of course, it's flipped now.
It's flipped,
Gibson,
yeah.
Gibson in the second. I don't like this start for the one team. A sharp 1-on-1 is never good.
Yeah. You hate to see the 1-on-1 grab 2 wide receivers. That's always a...
But just have a little faith. They love to fuck it up.
I can see like Goddard in the 4th or something.
Who would they have fucked it up with? Like normally CEH and sometimes, Mixon has been there. It's a pretty big, I guess you could maybe see a Dobbins there sometimes, but I don't know.
Montgomery.
They haven't shown their true colors yet.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so talk us through what you're thinking here, Sam, because this has been for us from the 11 spot, sometimes not a gross, but a tier break at wide receiver.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And I don't think we're going to go with one of the next 2 tight ends, given we went with Waller. Like I could see Pitts in the spot if you started 2 wide receivers, but I don't think that's a bet we want to make since we already made a bet on Waller. I don't know. There's one running back I'd consider here or maybe on the wrap. And other than that,
put it in the private chat if you want.
Yeah.
Or add it to the queue because we can all see the queue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And he's an interesting one right now, just with the news going around him. Love seeing Montgomery and Carson going. McLaurin, this is about where he always goes.
Yeah, I don't have hot takes on the wide receivers in this range. I always get here and I'm like Robinson, Cooper, the LA guys, the Tampa Bay guys.
You're up next.
Let's see.
McLaurin and Robinson feel like perfectly priced. Like I don't know that there's ever been like those two guys are just they're exactly where they should go. I like being in range to take them. They never fall. They like never fall. It's wild.
Yeah, and I would say
now you are on the clock.
I don't think we would take a running back here because you still have the Dobbins cover as well, like one of these next two picks after. So who's your favorite wide receiver here, Sam?
I would say that's a good question.
We could go with the running back, and then we know a wide receiver is coming back. I don't want to rule that out.
Yeah, that was my thought, just in that I don't have a strong take at the wide receiver. And Swift here, I know there's an injury concern, but I don't know. After Swift, I see a huge drop-off at running backs, and I feel like if we take Swift now, we could just crank wide receiver for a while. But if I was going to pick,
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, I do think you can get Swift coming back, but if we don't have a preference, then let's take Swift.
Yeah, because I feel good about the wide receiver we're going to get. I think there's like 5 wide receivers that are all in the same tier for me.
Yeah.
So even if it goes crazy wide receiver, I'm okay with who we get, I think.
I agree that these guys are all in a flat tier for sure.
Yeah, and like that I know that tier argument like doesn't always make sense. Like, why not just grab 2 guys in the tier? But for me, Swift, I don't know. I just think people are overreacting to the injury. I saw some practice report where like he took a catch to the house in practice and like made a great cut. And I don't know. It seems like similar to the Saquon thing where they're maybe underselling it for expectations. I'm not really sure, but I'm not too worried about the injury.
Yeah. And I was getting the whiplash with that too, because there was the whole report, like you said, where he was practicing in full 11 on 11, getting like a decent amount of work. And then there was the weird Dan Campbell quote where he's like, yeah, I just don't know how ready he's going to be. He hasn't been out here a lot.
Yeah.
His conditioning, his ability to take hits. And then I was like, what's going on here?
It's weird.
But yeah,
but it's like, I don't know. Go ahead, Pat.
No,
you're good. Okay. No, I was just going to say, like, I don't know. The rest of these second-year running backs, like Gibson, Taylor, like, you have to pay up for. And Swift, like, had, I think, just as good as rookie year of those guys, and people are scared off them, and you get a full-round discount. And, like, the 2v2 of, like, Ridley and Swift versus, like, Gibson and Mike Evans, like, I love that. I think that's a big win for us. Just getting the huge upside at both those positions. Versus like the wide receivers you get here, I just don't see the same level of upside as what you get with Ridley.
So it looks like who does he take here?
He double stacked. You don't even really see that often in best ball. So kudos. I think that's a good move.
So you're kind of looking at one of Cup or Lockett here.
You are on the clock.
Or Amari.
Yeah, or we got DJ Moore and Higgins too. I honestly, if you guys have, I feel like I've made the call so far. If you guys have a take here, I'm open to defer to your wide receiver takes. I don't have a super strong take here.
I would lean Cooper or Cup, but man, I mean all of them. I like all of them. Pat,
I would lean Cooper just to. I mean, it's a pretty nice value we're getting on Amari, but I also don't have a very strong take.
Yeah,
I like Cooper.
Cup. Yeah, let's do Cup.
Oh,
wait,
sorry.
Which?
Oh, sorry.
Amari.
Gotcha. Amari.
I was thinking Amari.
Yeah. I'm good with Amari.
Okay.
15 seconds.
We almost
We almost took the wrong Cup. The wrong Cooper.
I honestly would have been fine with it if Pete misclicked there and been like, I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? So.
I did the same thing on a stream earlier, and I did so many that I can't remember which one. I think it was with Liam, and he said he wanted Ryan, and we had Terry McLaurin, and I assumed he meant Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he meant Matt Ryan, and I was like, sorry, I took Ryan. There you go.
I saw someone ask in the chat a while ago. I am drinking Lawson's Sip of Sunshine. It's a Vermont brewery.
Nice.
Would strongly recommend it.
I think I've had that. It's good.
There you go.
It's great, yeah.
Cooper Cup does go right after Amari Cooper Cup. Yeah,
This
Pat,
draft feels like it's going fast.
It does.
yeah.
A nice pace to it.
The grinders are out. They got their cues set. They're not dilly dallying.
So have you guys? I haven't been able to watch your recent streams. Have there been some, like with the recent news with Michelle, I don't know, Callaway blowing? Has there been some like crazy reaches that you guys have seen in the last couple of drafts, or has it been fairly normal?
Well, I don't know if it's a reach, but I would say I've been surprised at where James Robinson is going. And maybe I shouldn't have been surprised because James Robinson was pretty popular even prior to the Travis Etienne injury, but he's going to like 4th round. Like he'll go soon.
Yeah.
So that has been not shocking, but that's been definitely pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting because I think an underdog before they drafted ETN, like in those war room drafts, Robinson was going at like pick 30. And we're not quite back up to there, but I don't know. It's interesting people were valuing him there. And then ETN got drafted, and now he's not quite back up there. So I don't know. He probably would have slid anyways, but it's interesting to think about, I guess.
I do need to give the same caveat we gave last night to the chat. Our friend and fellow ship chaser, Frank, is in the 3-hole as more cowbell. I've already seen one person in this chat salivating over his start. No. This is our stream. Frank's not on it. You salivate over our team. Not Frank's. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Oh, my God. I'm salivating over his start.
No, not you.
No, come on, Sam. You can't lose Sam.
I can't. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. That's good.
All right, let's play guess his pick. He's going to take Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with T. Higgins.
It's one of us are right. I guarantee you that.
Oh, wow, Sam. Nice call. Nice
Look
call.
at this.
Onside Frank said.
God, what a great start.
Pat, I just told you guys not to.
I wasn't even thinking about it, but he called my attention to it. I just can't look away now. Wow, I didn't realize out of the 11 spot going Kittle, Gibson, Dobbins, Hawkinson. That's interesting, I would say.
Yeah. Gorbaji,
Yeah.
not right now. I do not need this one.
Frank's a good drafter, man. He makes some pretty teams. You got to give it to him.
Yes, team number 1, please fuck it up.
Please fuck it
He's
up.
gonna take Lockett. It's a lock of all locks with one.
Take like a bad tight end. Take like Goddard.
Oh, take Logan Thomas.
The Logan
Take
Thomas pick here is the hallmark. I just fucked it up pick.
Oh, it'd be so nice. Let's see that for
Thinking about filling out your roster. Come on.
Not
Double
now,
purple.
Josh. Not now.
He's taking Lockett. What are we doing here?
He's going. I'm hoping for like a Lockett, Darrell Henderson. That's the best case right now. Maybe we get. Yes!
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's not what I expected.
that's not good.
That's not good.
We rolling.
What about a little Darrell Henderson here? That'd be
That's
nice.
the Josh Allen, Darrell Henderson is a total chef's
That'd be
kiss.
so nice.
Yeah.
Darrell.
Darrell Henderson has gone from like interesting to the ultimate dead zone back for me. Like, ooh, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
No, he needs to fall well past this point.
Especially when some ship chasing
Yeah.
teams have him in the 11th.
Come on.
He's really debating these selections.
Henderson down at like, how are you not just smashing Tyler Lockett here?
If we let Frank get
Yeah.
Tyler
3,
Lockett, I'm gonna
2.
be pissed.
He took Javonte.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. That's a.
I mean,
It's not crazy, but because he's not coming back.
Wow.
I guess I don't.
yeah, get your guys.
Don't give Frank Lockett. Okay, thank you.
Thank God. He got
Who's he
a
taking? Oh, you
Classic
Claypool. Okay.
So who do you like now among the remaining wide receivers? Assuming that's the direction, because I feel like we just need to kind of crank it here.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely thinking wide receiver. I think we got to go. I mean, unless a QB I don't know. If there's a QB stack value that falls to us, I'm open to it. But I think next 2 picks, wide receiver. Let's see. What are we looking at? We got a couple veterans at the top of the queue. Julio and Thielen.
Yeah, I see a couple good names.
I'm gonna go ahead and add some guys to the queue. I'm gonna add guys to the queue just to like help my own brain, but feel free to add guys.
Yeah, no, those first 2 you added were the ones I was thinking. I'll look at the queue too.
All right, Darrell Henderson goes.
That's nice.
Miles Sanders goes. What? Man, I just love this team. 4th and long go. Let us know when you're signing up for these. I just love.
I think
we're literally
we just compliment each
all
other.
of our drafts.
We just compliment each other. That's all. We just you want to do your thing, we want to do our thing. Like we should just draft together, man.
Team 3 isn't our competition. He's our friend. Why it's so hard.
Team 5 definitely watched the draft running backs propaganda that you put out, Pete.
That's
I
right.
respect it.
Mickey Mouse, I want you to take running backs. Julio goes.
All right.
Yeah, there's 2 guys I really want, and there's 3 picks to get there. So
Yeah, that's how I
I'm going
feel.
to check the queue and assume they're the same 2 I'm thinking about.
Oh boy.
One
Oh,
goes.
we lost one of them here, guys. We lost one of them.
Now you are on the clock.
We get
I
him.
think the other one's safe.
We got the other one though.
There we go.
Oh,
Jamar
we got the
Chase,
other one.
come on down. Beautiful.
I like buying the Chase dip.
Yeah,
The Chase dip is such a nice buy. Oh my god.
that's really nice there.
Okay.
This is
I'm gonna put a name in the queue.
I'm intrigued.
I don't know what you guys think about that if he falls. I don't know.
I don't see anyone. Oh, you put it in the chat.
Sorry, put it in the queue.
I just put another one in the queue too that I would consider.
I have to reload, I guess. It's not showing up for me.
Team 3 is not Ben. Team 3 is our friend Frank Lapod, aka More Cowbell, ship chaser, substacker, friend of all,
Friend of all.
enemy of me right now. Frank, don't compliment us. You stick in your lane, Frank.
We don't want to hear from you right now, Frank, with your fucking second year
he's
breakout. Just corner the market on second year breakouts and compliments our rookie pick.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Fuck. With Kamara too. God damn it.
Yeah. God damn it. I don't care for it.
Are there any like out of structure? I don't think there's any running backs that I'm looking at here.
Yeah, by
Or tight ends.
ADP, Kareem Hunt would be the only one that I would entertain.
But that's not a pick we need.
No.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of out on. I feel like Hunt is like one of the most overrated players this year. You're drafting a backup running back in the 6th who like didn't even flash that much contingent value last year when he had the chance. It just, I don't know. I see the reason for it, but I think personally I'm out on that.
Yeah. One other guy who won't come back that could make sense for this build would be Tyler Boyd.
I just added him to the queue. I'm intrigued by him. I mean, it's a double stack. He kind of fits. Like, it's nice to have a Boyd in the mix here, I think, given that we did take 2 non-wide receivers in the first 3 picks.
Yeah.
Robbie would be another guy that I like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you like of kind of those wide receivers? And we got Devonta Smith, Boyd, Robbie, I think are probably the best. Or do you want to make a push for Lamar?
Yeah, my case for Lamar is that like at this point in the draft, it never feels great because you're getting an unstacked QB, but his pass catchers come later. So I don't know if you can quite think of him like that, besides Andrews, obviously.
My only argument against QB here is we took two detours already away from wide receiver with tight end and running back, which is kind of a luxury, and it kind of eliminates our flexibility to scoop a falling QB value, and there's generally multiple of those. That's my argument against. I don't think it's bad, but I do think if we see a wide receiver run, we might start to feel a little queasy about our wide receiver core.
Yeah, I think I'm sold on that. I think we should go wide receiver. I mean, I haven't taken a ton of Devonta Smith, but he does seem to be the clear wide receiver in Philadelphia. First, Boyd is like taking, I don't know, at best case a number 2.
The only thing about Devonta Smith is he sometimes comes back.
Yeah, he sometimes comes. I kind of like Lamar here. I think we're kind of past the tier break. We just grab Lamar and we can hammer wide receiver.
Yeah, I think I'm
okay.
Boyd.
I'm good with that,
but I'm fine with Lamar.
I would lean Lamar and then Boyd, I think.
All right, then do Lamar.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. It's a really tough spot.
Yeah.
This is another spot where, like, losing ETN in this range kind of hurts that spot too, because he's normally pushing a guy down.
Yeah, and I feel like usually in this range, like I was thinking would have the Javonte decision in this range too, and that just got taken out beneath us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Swift pick. I think it gives us flexibility, but what we're going to have to do now is, we obviously don't need to take a backup quarterback now, which is nice. And we just need to completely punt running back 2, I think.
What you're saying, Pat, is we just need to piss the hell out of Yellow?
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to hit, like our hit rate's going to go down on the wide receiver picks from now on. So
yeah.
I'm excited for the piss and Yellow bet to come to fruition pretty soon.
Sam and I have a bet. If I can get Sean Siegel to say, what is it? Just the phrase "piss boys," right?
Yeah, piss boys. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Well, you're gonna name our team the Piss Boys, which I'm pretty sure we'll get him to say it.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
I loved his reaction when you like kind of tried to get him to say it on the last stream, where you're just like, "What do you think about like calling this the Piss Boys?" And he was just like, "Whatever you have to do, I guess." Or something. Just the way his reaction to it was so funny. I was
laying the foundation. I had to prime the pump there.
It's a good bit.
It's going to be daunting, but I think we can get there. I mean, Sean, even during that stream, like Sean was loosening up. He was having fun he was giving his takes with way more of a shit-eating grin than he normally does on that show, which was fun.
Yeah, he was having fun. He was like saying some things that he knew would generate some talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You said like Hamler's the wide receiver 2 in Denver, and there was a couple other where like I don't know who said it. Someone had the tweet that was like, the way Sean Siegel gives fantasy football takes is like he's a time traveler from the future, like slowly revealing, and it was perfect. That's 100%.
Really
I forget who did that because it was perfect summation of Sean's whole vibe. And the other thing, he was like the comment was that he's like patiently and gently, like because that's Sean's thing is like when you disagree with his take, it's often he's like, I guess you just don't want to take the right play. That's up to you. You can decide. I'm in the future, but if you want to take this other guy, sure.
Right, and it is the delicately thing. It's I know the future, and I know what you're saying is already wrong, but I also know you're not ready for me to just tell you the true reality of what's about to happen. Like you will break down, and so instead I have to be very gentle with you.
Frank has won the room again. He had Dak and CD in the 7th, and he got LaVisca in the 6th. So
Frank.
we're not going to have the chat on our side again for the second night in a row. Thank you, Frank.
I could just picture Frank right now sitting in his, mid-century modern home on, wearing his Argyle sweater, swirling around a whiskey snifter right here, just stacking up Dak, taking all the picks we like, living the high life, Frank.
What a life.
All right, I'm gonna start putting some names in the queue for this next pick.
Yeah, let's prep.
This is also a good line. Sean somehow manages to shit on other picks while leaving them with hope.
That's true too. Oh man,
Alex, you shut your mouth. I almost had it. Single ball out of a mason jar. There it is, Frank.
Wow, nice. That sounds delightful. All right,
Yes.
Michael Carter goes. That's a nice one.
So just
drafting Todd Johnson's backup in the 6th is interesting, or 7th.
I love that take. All right, I feel pretty good actually about where we're at here.
I don't think we lost much at wide receiver by going.
I don't think so. I don't think we did either.
No. Where did what pick did Boyd end up going? Yeah, so
Frank has the better Cowboys wide receiver and Bengals wide receiver.
fuck off.
God,
Oh yeah, that cuts deep.
that hurts. Yeah.
I just told the date to fuck off. Fuck off, October 30th.
What is
Okay,
October 30th? You better not play a lot of GPPs that day. It's not gonna be your day now.
That's definitely a Thursday night Jags Titans game.
Yeah, but you might want to avoid the showdown slate that week.
Yeah, what's going on October 30th?
October 30th is a Saturday, so you should be good.
COVID cancellation though.
Yeah, don't travel. Don't travel that day. All right, I think we're looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You are up next.
Marquez Callaway.
Man, he
Holy
is
shit.
Screaming up
Now
forward.
you are on the clock.
Most
All right, we're on the clock.
So this is the Devonta Smith, right? We wanted him before.
Yeah, I mean, I personally I don't have a lot of him, but this feels like great value in the 7th. And I don't know. He looked good in the one preseason game. He was awesome in college. I'm willing to ignore some of the weight concerns or whatever. I think he could be great.
This is 3 picks after ADP. It's a good spot here. I'm completely. These other guys we're targeting are even further down in ADP.
Yeah.
I don't mind playing the ADP game here.
The other guys we like we're gonna get someone we like a lot in the 8th. So I think taking Smith here makes sense.
Yeah. Henry is right. This is one of the best feelings when you're debating 2 guys and then the other one comes back to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why I as soon as we started talking about Devonta Smith there, that's why I all of a sudden was we got to take Lamar, because if that's the debate, then we might as well just give ourselves a chance. So I feel pretty good about the way we played it.
Yeah. Someone is getting insane value on, or not insane value, but good value on Russ. I guess we could. I don't know. I still like. I think I like Lamar and Devonta more than Boyd and Russ, given our build. But
me too.
Because Russ, you can't grab the late guys to stack him with really at all.
You can get Everett, but otherwise it's tough.
Yeah.
Rodgers goes here. I mean, that's the other nice thing. I mean, Jackson he does feel like the value pick for the QB1 ceiling guy,
Oh yeah. I mean, what was he going last year? The 2nd round or 3rd round, something like that. I mean, obviously that was mispriced, but his rushing is just insane. And if you believe that the targets they added at wide receiver this year can improve his pass efficiency, I mean, he could do what he did in 2019.
You are up next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very much believe that.
So Harrison Thomas go here. I think even a couple of these names we have in the queue can make it all the way back to us again. Do we want to get another Cowboy here?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about the wide receiver at the top of the ADP list right now? I've been off them. I'm
pretty spooked on Galladay.
Yeah.
Me too. He's hurt. There's reasons to be skeptical on him in the first place, and now he's hurt. So, like, if Gallup wasn't here, I'd be open to it. But
I also kind of, I don't know. I kind of like having Cooper and Gallup. I feel like you're gonna get a massive season out of one of those guys.
Who just went?
Yeah.
Michael Thomas and Sony.
Jeez, Sony. I like Gallup here. So I guess I agree with your take, Pete, that it feels pretty likely we'll get a big ceiling out of one of these two guys. And there's some correlation there that, like, if CD goes down.
In the other thing too, with how if the Dallas offense is good as advertised out of the gate, and say Chase and Smith are a little slow, I mean, we can easily roll out Cooper and Gallup together for a decent amount of time.
Yeah,
agreed.
And,
okay, I like doing Gallup and play the ADP game with the
15
with
seconds
the other
left.
and
guys.
we can't let Frank get the double, as Henry points out here.
Yeah, at this point we're just drafting to make sure our screenshot of the team looks better than Frank's, and that helps with that. So
Yeah, that's true.
Ian, please rewind the stream. We are not saying how much we like Team 3's draft. It's not something we're doing tonight. You come in here and you say, I love Team 10. Incredible job, guys.
I mean, Team 3, like, Jameis, did this guy know that Jameis doesn't target running backs? Like, everyone knows that. Come on.
Dan pointing out Team 11 with a modified Mr. X strategy here. One wide receiver, Adam Thielen, through 8 rounds.
Modified X.
Modified
Yeah.
X.
Modified X.
Dude, it's not actually modified X. Okay, stop calling it that. It's either X or it's not X. There's no modified
There's no
X.
such thing as modified. You can't modify an X.
What does modified X even mean, dude? We just need to be more careful with our words when we're talking about fantasy football strategies.
There goes Galladay. Finally.
There goes Galladay.
Yeah, we've done drafts with Glenneration. I think he's a high volume grinder. He's not going to let the ADP value slip much further.
Yeah, he's taking the veteran ADP values: Julio, Mike Davis, Sutton, Galladay. I mean, there's a pattern there.
Yeah,
Galladay in the 8th is extremely
It's fine.
defensive. Yeah,
it is.
That's like
Yeah.
that's a good pick.
Most of the risk is baked out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Baked out or baked in?
Baked
I was
in.
gonna let it go, but yeah.
What does even baked out mean, dude?
Dude. all the
Modified
risk.
X and baked out? What the fuck is this dude talking about?
Yeah, baked out is I believe one of the products at Crack Rock's Massachusetts dispensary.
Oh, fuck. I gotta watch the Crack Rock stream. I missed out on that. It sounded like it was all time.
It was fun.
He broke the news that he owns a dispensary in where is it? Western Mass?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then
I mean, cranking purple has a whole new meaning to me now.
Yeah, that's
it really does.
yeah.
What the
Dude,
fuck is
does he have? He's got to have like some kind of Kush.
Yeah, like a
Cranking
purple haze or something.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, how do we not get a? I would drive there right now if I could buy like a Grimace pre-roll. I mean,
Yeah. I wouldn't do that, but I would be really psyched that you did.
I mean, how do we not get sponsored by his dispensary? That could be trouble.
Yeah.
Is Crack Rock a Massachusetts guy too? Or does he just own a dispensary there?
He just owns a dispensary there. He's a New York guy.
Yeah. It's a New York
okay.
guy.
You know, New York City skyline view. Maybe heads to the Hamptons with his parents on the weekends. You know,
Hmm.
the Crack Rock
Hangs out
life.
with the crafts,
Crack
but he's
Rock.
not. friends with the Crafts, just the Wolves.
I mean, who's not friends with the Wolves? I mean, that's not that.
Yeah. It's the Vikings, you know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see.
My brother's actually a huge Vikings fan. We grew up in Delaware. Somehow he's a Vikings fan. Go figure.
Oh, shit. My family's from Wilmington area. Delaware.
Oh, really?
Yep.
We grew up in Newark,
Really?
just south of there.
Oh, gotcha.
That's awesome.
All right, we got some rookies going off the board here. Waddle and Elijah Moore go.
Okay. Yeah, I should probably pay attention to the draft. I'm just filtering by a wide receiver and kind of putting my blinders on.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's the piss and yellow lifestyle.
For those of you listening to the audio version who can't see the team, we have Darren Waller, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Amari Cooper, Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Devonta Smith, Michael Gallup, and we will we'll have our 9th round pick here in a few.
DJ Shark, man. Value City on him.
That is a good, 904.
Yeah, I would have.
Crazy.
Hey, where's everyone praising Frank about his Irv Smith pick in the 8th? You guys got real quiet. You didn't like that, did you? Just not quite sexy for you ship chasers, is it?
He did come back to Elijah Moore, and we also have Paul saying, Dak at the turn? Fuck.
Yes. Paul.
Paul, we literally... Yeah, come on. You can't turn on us, dude.
I am drinking some tequila, some Los Dos
that sounds
tequila.
nice.
And
Yeah, that sounds good.
I got my Modildo, my mini Modildo ready here for a chaser.
Yeah. That's like, looks like a heavy Modildo there. Like a
So this
darker.
is the smaller chode version, the more kind of classic one. It is hard
Modelo
to track
chode.
down the Modildo.
Looks pretty good.
Does look pretty good. If you hate taste.
One guy that I really want here, and then a big drop off. I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, as we said, we kind of knew that.
Actually, I have a guy that I'll argue for if it comes to that.
Is it going to be Jacoby Myers?
I mean, Ty Johnson in the 9th is pretty good value, but might have to wait a couple rounds.
I'm so excited to drop Ty Johnson. You keep talking about him. I'm going to bring him up around round 15 now.
Oh, come on. One more pick. Come on. Don't do it to us.
He's not.
What's he been doing so far? Oh, ew. It's a weird team.
It doesn't seem like his move.
It's
does it?
not. And he's further down ADP.
He's definitely worried about the Week 14 playoff matchup too.
Now
100%.
you are on the clock.
All right, Landry goes.
Jarvis. All right.
I mean, Fuller, right?
Fuller, yeah. We got to take Fuller.
What are people doing with Fuller the past couple of years?
I don't know.
They don't like Will Fuller, and I don't know why.
It doesn't make any
Fuller's
sense.
so good at football. He's so good.
Like
He makes his
I feel
quarterback
like-
so much better.
Yeah. Fuller's a weird situation where, like, I feel like even the casual NFL fan watches the game and sees Will Fuller, and they're like, that guy's unreal. Like, I play in, like, a home league, and everyone loves Will Fuller because he has these sick highlights, these huge games, and, like, he goes early. And then these high-stakes stuff, like, people are overthinking it. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't get the target volume of some of these other guys, but he is so efficient.
I was gonna. I don't want to bring his name up, but like
Wow.
in a vacuum, oh shit, that's a bummer. In a vacuum, to use Pete's phrase, like I would probably draft Fuller over Gallup. Like we played the ADP game smart there, and I didn't want to like show our hand and didn't say it, but like that, I don't know. It seems insane.
I think they're very, very similar bets.
Yeah.
They're different kind of bets. But I mean, I think
But I
they
mean,
have
like,
similar upside. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you're looking at like a very similar
You are up next.
probability of them hitting a big way.
Okay. What are we thinking here?
I'm really
Okay.
excited about the idea of one of these guys.
Okay.
You just moved him to the top.
Yeah.
I would
Are you
love
on-
this.
You are on the clock.
Oh, well, you just switched the queue. But
Yeah.
I'm good with either.
I would be really excited about Rondell Moore here.
Yeah, so I mean, I wish you would have said. I mean, you can play the ADP game a little bit. I guess it's probably thin. He's coming back. I mean,
He's not coming back.
Yeah,
He's the fourth wide receiver on the board by ADP, it seems then. Yeah.
I'm good with either. I mean, I love Rondell. I like Hardman too.
I just think, like, we've seen a couple years of Mecole Hardman and seen a couple years of him being bad at football, and Rondell could be really good. It just, I don't know. I'm into Mecole at a certain price, but
Let's do Rondell.
Rondell feels like the bet here.
People also forget that the Cowboys play Arizona Week 17, so that's how we win.
Oh, I mean, I was going to bring that up next, Pete. But,
Yeah, that's the talking point.
Rondell feels really nice there. There's another upside swing.
You gotta exit your drafts with at least one more. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong.
Agreed. We didn't get DJ.
Who?
We didn't get Elijah.
No.
DJ and Elijah, so we got to get Rondell.
Maybe David Moore in the 20th.
I think we recovered, though, nicely on wide receiver, and it does show you can get bailed out for those detours. This is what I'm talking about, Gorman. Let's start objecting.
That's what we want to see. None of us talk about Team Cowbell, more Cowbell, just because they happen to have Kamara, and then they went with all these awesome wide receivers after that, and they got an awesome value on Dak, and then they got pretty decent value on Herb in the Titan Premier League, and then they got Elijah Moore. Like, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, that's not important.
Ian says, I've been taking a lot of Rondell because Korean infiltrated my brain. It's good that part of him infiltrated your brain and not the Jacoby Myers, Ty Johnson, Zach Ertz part.
You say that, but Jacoby Myers, I mean, we can count our winnings already on Jacoby Myers. He's 4 rounds more expensive than he used to be. I mean, right there. That's winning.
Don't you wish your bags?
What about a market where you could like somehow sell off like shares at cheaper? You know what I mean? Like I scooped Jacoby, now he's this expensive. Like we gotta get this more dynamic.
Basically,
I can catch out a little bit.
How can we get like NFT and crypto influencers over to fantasy football where you are truly pumping your bags and then just dumping? Pat dumps his Jacoby
how do I
Myers
pump and
bag.
dump Jacoby Myers?
Yeah, I feel like fractionally selling like best ball teams like that. There should be a market for that.
That would be really fun.
That would be pretty fun,
especially for higher buy-in stuff.
Yeah,
come buy a piece of a team. That would be really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, Alex is already thinking of this. He wants to put some of it up there. I bet we could talk to Andy. I bet Andy could.
I had
kind of
someone
genius
try to-
idea.
Yeah. One of my friends tried to buy part of my main event team that started Kelsey, Devontae, Metcalf, Julio, Etienne. Etienne part kind of fucked me up, but
That's where you got to get that money.
I should have sold, but I couldn't do it.
It'd have been funny if you reach out to him right as the news happens, seeing if he has a refresh. Hey, man, you like to take a piece of this bad boy?
Yeah, he was gonna give me like 1.5x like equity, and I was like, ooh.
Really? He
Set off
was going to pay a markup premium to get a piece?
Yeah, he was gonna pay for up to half my team. He was gonna pay 1.5x the buy-in.
Oh, man.
But the start was so pure. Like the Kelsey Devontae Metcalf start is
That's so nice.
I couldn't give
Metcalf too.
Yeah.
It's almost like you got an extra second round. It's almost like you got an extra first round pick. Really.
I got 2 first-round picks and like an early second-round pick on one team, and then Etienne. That's a bummer, but I still think we're in a good spot.
For those of you guys
Jacoby goes.
who don't know, Sam did a slow main event draft right when it opened up in July, and was able to get a Kelsey Adams. Who was the third? Metcalf.
Kelsey Adams, Metcalf, and then Julio in the 4th. I wish we had gone Higgins, and then Etienne in the 5th.
Yeah.
So it fell apart a little bit after that top 3, but I'm still pumped about the first 3 picks. Drico's saying I
I mean,
sound like Gretsch. Is that is that true?
I
I don't
hear
hear
it.
that at all.
Yeah. He's Irish. He's probably like confused with the accents and stuff, so we'll give him a break.
I met Drico at the expo. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that Drico drove to the expo. I don't even think I ever heard from you that much on how it
Drico
was.
coached. Remember that Irish league that we did the Fantasyland episode about?
No way.
He coached in that league. He coached cornerbacks in that league.
What?
Yes.
Did he know about that episode?
That's awesome.
He did. I sent him the episode. I don't believe he'd heard it.
That's crazy.
Wait. He coached cornerbacks in an Irish football league, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like an Irish league where they play like American football, and some of the guys reached out when we were doing Fantasyland, and we ended up doing an episode. We interviewed a bunch of them, and we put together like a 45-minute episode about how they're like playing football in Northern Ireland, and there's like this whole league. Like we didn't know anything about this, so we're just kind of like just letting people know about it. It was a fun experience to do that episode, and then turns out Drico was a part of that league too.
That's
There you
awesome.
go. I'm just putting some guys in the queue here that look vaguely interesting.
Yeah, the one on the top of the queue, I'm intrigued by and maybe biased by a recent article on RotoViz, but yeah. Well,
You are up next.
we'll see.
I'm pretty into the guy at the top of the queue too. I feel like it's the right type of pick, and I've also warmed to him since like the last time we were drafting. Not literally right before this, but
You mushed it, Dylan. You mushed the Rojo clip.
Did someone take Rojo?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, the second name in the queue is also
And
pretty.
Yeah, I'm into that too.
I think we might. Okay, Stafford goes. I think we're in agreement on Singletary here, right?
Yeah, I think Singletary's a really good pick here.
Yeah, I do as well. ADP of 121.
Yeah, I'm into it. I think it's it's a good mix of.
This
Like
guy paused
someone-
it.
Oh,
Always great when you say your pick, right? When might get rolled back.
yeah, they just wanted deposits to see who we were going for, and they're going to take him.
Let's see what's going on. What happened? Kamish says. Or no, that was actually.
I hope the commission isn't saying what happened.
What happened? Where?
Internet cut out.
Hey, Racif.
He didn't even take. Like, there's no asterisk.
Okay, it
Wouldn't
says
there be
he
an
clicked
asterisk?
Hines.
You're up next.
He says he clicked Hines and
Oh.
but got Stafford.
Now you are on the clock.
All right, they gave him Hines.
By the way, Racif, they'll always take another running back.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Whenever you think they're done, they're gonna
They're
take
not.
2 more.
You gotta get 6 RBs by round 11.
He's got to be done. No, he's taking 2
No.
more, and he's asking the commission if he has to take a kicker because he loves how Jarrett Patterson's looking right now.
Nine's pulling off the modified X pretty well. I have to give it to him.
Yeah, he really is. That Jarvis Landry pick is very much a modified X type of pick.
Yeah, you take your detour for a slot wide receiver in the 9th. That's the modified X.
I mean,
He didn't
Landry
take
is the pick you need when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Don't attempt this at home, kids, but that is what you do. I would have liked Gus with our Lamar build, but
Mm-hmm.
do you like this guy in the queue right now, Sam?
Yeah. I'm looking at who else is out there. I mean, yeah. The guy just put in the queue. I don't know. We can talk about him later. We definitely don't need to talk about him now.
Yeah, I think we can at least sit around on him. There is a, it
I do too.
does, it's getting a little dry. I mean, I will just toss in another, I don't know how you guys feel about this guy, but I'm just going to put him in there too.
Terrace Marshall went early in this draft. Oh, it was fucking Frank. God damn it.
It's always fucking Frank, man.
I was going to.
Fucking.
I think I got Terrace
Connor.
Yeah.
Connor.
I got Terrace Marshall on like the 14th of my first main event, so I was like, oh, he's got to be here now.
You are up next.
Didn't we just take Connor in the 9th? How did he get him in the 11th?
It's bullshit is what it is. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that happened.
I mean, yeah, I think if we're pissing yellow, the guy we have in the queue is really the only. I mean, it's a clear cut option. I think.
Yeah, Shepard goes. It sounds like we're all stoked on Ruggs here at this price.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's narrative, but I do believe a little bit that Gruden is like committed to showing he didn't just fuck up this number 10 overall pick or whatever. And Aguilar's gone. Like Aguilar put up what 900 yards and decent amount of TDs.
There's a productive wide receiver in this offense with Aguilar out of there. It might be Edwards, but it might be Ruggs. Like I don't know. I think he's a good pick.
I'd rather bet on the talent of Ruggs versus Edwards. I think. I don't know. It could be either. That's true, but
15 seconds left.
All right.
I mean, there's no tight ends that are interesting. We're not taking a backup QB. I mean, yeah, actually, interested in your guys' take. Like, when you go elite tight end, like first 2 rounds in these drafts, are you still trying to target like a tight end who could fill the flex? Or are you just completely like punting it off and waiting for, I don't know, Mo Alley Cox in the 20th round or something?
I think you can play it either way, where if you can find a guy really cheap who ends up being your tight end and then Waller can be in your flex, that's pretty awesome. But we've also just taken the one guy and been done, which is part of the luxury of taking the elite guy.
That's what I feel like too, especially in the middle rounds, because like I guess in this draft there's nothing like that egregious compared to what I've seen before, but like Fant in the 6th feels pricey. Like even Hawkinson and Andrews in the 4th feel like huge opportunity costs. And I've seen teams go like Kittle, Hawkinson, or like Waller, Pitts, and it's like you're kind of giving up the part of the benefit you had by drafting that guy first.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, if they both smash, like it could be insane. But I don't know. It just feels low probability.
Well, because there's so few tight ends in any given year who actually, it's kind of like the elite running back thing. Like you're on a season that we rarely see when you take Kittle, Hawkinson, and Thomas, where you just took them. Like that's an outcome that isn't impossible, but you're most like you kind of. I think you want to take your stab and like get out, and then maybe you can come back in. Like we could have taken a tight end. Like if Everett had fallen to us, I think that would have been in play. But for the most part. And I wouldn't have even argued for it. I just think it would have been defensible. But I don't know. I want to keep it. I want to keep the second shot pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is one guy that and I'll add him to the queue. He's been a guy we've started to – well, and he just got drafted by fucking Frank.
All right. Well, I think there's still one guy that is definitely very interesting. So I'll just add him to the queue here.
Dude, I can't. I can't. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. I can't stomach.
There's one guy here that I actually just removed from the queue.
I was trying to move him up to the top before you could remove him. Everyone in the chat just going Ertz. Yeah, it was Ertz.
Yeah, it was Ertz.
It was Ertz. But also, I was right. We should draft Ertz if he falls.
Disgusting.
Another thing with
but also no.
Yeah. With the tight ends, I feel like one thing I was looking at this year is like last year was a bit of an outlier in the sense that Kelsey and Waller separated so far from the pack, like you're getting such an advantage by having one of these two guys versus everyone else. Whereas in past years, there have been situations where like Kelsey was the tight end 1, but it was actually relatively flat from like tight end 1 to like tight end 8. So by betting on someone like Waller and Kelsey, you're also kind of betting that like the tight end landscape is like a couple guys at the top, everyone else sucks. And if you start dipping into the middle range tight end, you're kind of betting against that implicitly. I don't know if that's the right way to think of it, but that's another thing I thought of. I don't know.
No, I like that. I think that's
that makes sense.
It's not your only out to Kelsey and Waller and Kittle hitting value, but it certainly would help if there aren't other big time breakouts and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Also you just don't need it. Like you just don't need to play.
Yeah.
Like if Hawkinson hits, he's probably scoring similarly to Amari Cooper, even with the tight end premium. So like I'm just not sure like what once you have Kit now, if you can have that and you're putting at the tight end position instead of the flex, that's pretty awesome. But if you're paying what Amari Cooper costs and you already have Kittle, I don't know. I just have a hard time with the elite tight end. And we did it on one of the FFPC best balls, so like I'm certainly like open to the idea of experimenting.
That's a little different too. I mean,
I don't know the playoff structure in FFPC, but I actually see the double elite tight end making more sense in like underdog best ball, where for that 1 week in week 17, if like Kelsey and Pitts go off in the same week and you have both of them, that could be sort of unique relative to the field. But in this FFPC main event, there's 3 weeks. So like it doesn't quite work like that. Like, sure, I guess I could both go off for like all 3 weeks, but like that's not quite. If it's 1 week, I can see it more, I think. If it's 3 weeks, I don't quite see it. I don't know.
Yeah. God damn it, Paul. Paul is just in here talking up Frank's team.
He took Trey Lance with Dak. I was thinking about whether Lance was in consideration for us, but that's interesting.
I mean, I get why he did it too, because that he just scooped the value on Lance. I mean, we've seen him go in the 9th round in some of these drafts. Bateman goes. Damn it. He's gonna be a nice stash.
Have the 49ers officially announced QB yet? I see a lot of other teams have, but
they haven't. And like every day, it gets closer and closer. I feel, Shanahan had this quote about how he doesn't quite know yet, and then from practice yesterday, they were straight alternating with the ones. And so
here's the interesting thing, though. I was reading more about them alternating with the ones. They were literally doing like 1 to 2 plays and then the same drive, like they were doing drive down the field, and it would be like Garoppolo would jog off, Lance would jog in, and they like as if on the same drive they're using 2 quarterbacks, like a quarterback by committee setup, which I don't think they'll actually do, but that was actually sort of an interesting subplot to the whole thing. That Shanahan might be crazy enough to actually do that for maybe a couple games.
There's a smash pick here as my queue has been obliterated, and I'm really hoping he's here.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
It really just got wiped out.
I mean, Bateman going is a bit of a bummer.
For sure.
But I think if you're going to take a naked QB, Lamar makes the most sense, right? He could blow up in the playoff weeks and like carry Andrews to like some decent performances, but Waller could outperform him in those playoff stretches with Lamar just carrying Andrews and not like much else, right? So it's definitely in play compared to other QBs.
For sure.
Yeah.
You are on the clock.
Okay, phew.
Okay.
Pat, you scared me when you put in that new name into the queue. I thought that meant ours got sniped, and I was so nervous.
No, Gio for me. Yeah.
Gio for me. You good with that?
Gio for me. I mean, you get the added bonus of Thursday night. We get a look at Gio. If he goes off, we can put him into our starting lineup. If he sucks, we can play Singletary. Yeah.
He's the perfect kind of third RB for this punt RB 2 team.
I mean, this
How
team.
did I not adopt that argument with Rojo? What a missed opportunity for me.
Yeah, it's because you're actually not a Rojo truther anymore.
Do you want to test me on that?
Mhm.
Wait.
We just drafted him, and you showed no enthusiasm whatsoever.
I was smiling ear from ear, ear to ear from ear, ear to ear. Once we played that clip,
I need to put together a geo highlight reel of him just catching 2-yard checkdowns. That'll get the juices flowing.
Yeah, it won't. What do you guys want to do here? Because it's kind of out of players I like.
I'm running out of. I mean, it's really gross right now.
I mean, yeah.
The guy in the queue.
No, go ahead.
I'm serious about the guy in the queue here. His ADP's jumped up. We binked the big thing that we needed, and this if we were to get him in the 14th, that's about where you used to get him, maybe a couple rounds earlier, but we just talked about how aggressive it is.
All right, Henry wants us to take an elite defense. Who's the elite defense people are taking?
I guess Rams.
Is it still, are Ravens still top pick?
So Rams play the Broncos week 1. Ravens play the Raiders, I think.
We could do it. We could get an elite defense for once in our life.
Come on, man.
I mean, I don't
Give
even.
me a break.
The opportunity cost is like nil right now.
Here's another guy I'll put in. I'll put in a few guys. You guys don't want that.
I'm weirdly intrigued by the elite defense, but I don't think we should do it.
I'll put in another guy.
I don't. Yeah.
And then I'll put in.
I think we need more running back dart throws.
Me too. I'm putting one in right now.
I don't think we can.
Now you are on the clock.
Yeah. So.
Round 3.
What about my guy Ty? Apparently, he just ripped up preseason tonight.
No, that's too early. We're gonna get him.
I don't
I'm gonna
think so. Larry Rountree just went.
I'm gonna throw something out that's gross.
David Johnson.
Yeah, if he's the pass catching back,
He's not. He's getting phased out. Like legit. Like everything I've read. No, seriously. Like David Johnson's dead. Like we
then
do
if
not
David
want any
Johnson's
part of David
dead,
Johnson.
you need to start pounding the table for Philip Lindsay.
No, because it's a committee with it's a committee with Mark Ingram. I'm telling you, David Johnson is getting like fully phased out. It's really gross. Like they were talking about how he probably shouldn't make the team, but they think he will. We have 15 seconds. I would vote for Ramondre, who's a value by ADP, and
Ramondre's fine, but I do think literally the reports 2 weeks ago were that Ingram was the one getting cut, and they were saying that David Johnson's role was going to be the pass catching back.
I think Johnson's completely untouchable right now.
I mean, I generally would agree, but when Larry Roundtree's going off the board, I mean, we're in David Johnson territory.
I kind of see Pete's point that like David Johnson is not that different a bet from like James White, McKissick, who we would like in this range. But I think like we already have our archetype of the pass catcher with Bernard, and everyone's like, oh, Ramondre, like the Pats don't play rookie running backs. I think the bigger takeaway with the Pats is like we don't know what the fuck they're gonna do at running back, and like if Ramondre looks good, Belichick's not like so torn to his like rules that he's like, oh, I won't play rookies. He'll just like Damon Harris will lose his job, and like I don't know, that probably won't happen, but it's possible. Like he doesn't have loyalty to players.
Damon Harris didn't play all as a rookie, which is being used against Ramondre, but it also should be used against Damian Harris. You know what I mean? Like
Sony Michel was better than Damian Harris last year. I mean, I'm a Pats fan. I watch all the games, and Harris is fine, but like he was outplayed by Michel on a per touch basis. He's not amazing. I don't think he's a terrible value. And like whenever you can, I don't know, where do you go in this draft? The 7th? No, I wouldn't take him there, but I don't know.
Yeah, this is this is my take too on it, and I think it's the same as the Latavius play of like we think they're getting phased out, but if they do have a role similar to what they've had in years past, then it's nice value where you're drafting them.
I do like Latavius better, one, because we're getting him in the 15th, so it's an extra round of value, and then two, you find out before the season where you maybe find out before the season with David Johnson a little bit, because they might cut Burkhead and Ingram, but you don't really know what you have until week 1. Whereas like if Latavius makes the team, we hear some positive reports, we can kind of assume he is what he's been.
I agree, and I'm just thinking of the archetypes of running backs we've drafted to fill our RB2 spot. We have Singletary and Bernard. I feel pretty good about one of those guys being reliable enough to get us a gross 10 points in the flex, or 8 to 10 or whatever. I think we should be more so taking shots at taking home run swings versus the David Johnson, Latavius Murray types at this point.
Yeah, I'd argue that we are thinner than, and I know most people look at our thing and be like, no fucking shit, you're thin. I'm more radicalized and would normally agree, but I do think there is, scenarios where Swift just isn't ready, and we're just having to wait on him a little bit. And if you remove him, then I do want another kind of floor guy in this core.
Frank grabbed Ty Johnson, which is a clear play by him to win the room back after the Irv Smith.
Frank, you don't even want Ty Johnson. You don't even like him. You're pandering. We see right
that was a pander pick. That was disgusting. Come on, Frank.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You're not pandering to me, Frank, because I wanted Ty Johnson. You're just a bad pander.
Oh, no. And then Tojo goes. Hyper Tojo strategy is no longer viable.
Look. I mean, the guy we have at the top of the queue right now, I think, is the clear RB pick.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I think we got to start moving Ty up our board, Pete, in our minds.
Or maybe just not draft with people who listen to you fucking hype up Ty Johnson all the time.
Well, the problem is that it's not just me anymore. Evan Silva's talking about him.
Who's that?
The word is out.
He just called me a grifter. He just called me a grifter on Twitter, so I got to fire back.
Did he?
I was replying. Eric Beimfor made a drinking cheat sheet for best ball streams. So it was like, you say detour in a vacuum, and Silva just I replied to that, and then Silva just out of context replied to me because they drafted a big dog team. We drafted the Stone Nut Squad too. Underdog already sent us our winnings. Let us know if you need a loan, grifter.
That's pretty good shit talk, though.
That's pretty good. All right, David Johnson goes, so we don't have to grossly pick him.
I was gonna overrule Pat if David Johnson was there in the 15th.
Okay, I guess zooming out and thinking roster construction wise, I don't think we're taking maybe we take a second tight end. We're not taking a backup quarterback. We got to have a kicker in defense.
Yeah, we could take a tight end flyer. I would really rather just keep taking running back darts. I don't think these wide receivers. I mean, I guess the two I do like those.
2 and the queue are pretty sweet, dude.
I know, but ninth wide receiver in a build where we only have 4 running backs right now.
But keep in mind, we took through the 6 rounds, only half of them were wide receivers. So we took quite a few detours. I think we do want to be overweight on some additional high-end wide receiver dart throws here too. Not exclusively, obviously, but I think we should mix in.
I do kind of want to trust Henry Muto a bone. We either bank an incredible defense or we get to make fun of him all year for telling us to pick the Bucs defense.
No.
The Bucs play the Cowboys week 1, who we have stacked up all their wide receivers.
Yeah,
so.
What are you doing, Henry?
Do you think that the Rams defense here is not terrible versus the Broncos week 1? Given the opportunity cost at it's
maybe if it was Locke, but Teddy's gonna do his check down BS. Actually, I'm pretty psyched about one of the running backs here. Actually,
you are on the clock.
Yeah, no, I am too. Yeah, no.
I would love Quadrialis in here.
Oh, interesting. I was gonna make the case for Ahmed.
Why not both, fellas?
I mean,
why not both?
Allison seems more maybe likely to have a role, but talent-wise, don't we just think Ahmed is like blows Allison out of the water? Like Allison's like a fullback.
Just play the ADP game, get Ahmed here, and we'll grab Allison coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, I generally, I just don't know who Allison is at all. Like he was buried by the previous coaching staff, and the new coaching staff immediately was like, "Yep, he's the number 2 guy." When in a situation where that didn't seem obvious to me, so
yeah,
I'm kind of intrigued by that. And then Ahmed's buried in a way that's going to be annoying.
But no. We can't just be Malcolm Brown is absolute shit. He's untouchable. I regret it. And then say Savon Ahmed's buried. Like you can't have both those takes.
Ahmed has been getting first team
it's
snaps,
not,
though, right? He's been getting first team snaps preseason. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
He's gotten some. I think I can have both those takes because Myles Gaskin exists. So he's more. I mean, there's no doubt that he's more of a contingency-based play than Allison. Allison's we don't know how this backfield's going to shake out play.
But he's both. He's also a contingency play.
Yeah, which is why I like him.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think they're both very similar plays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Allison isn't.
Yeah, me too.
Davis is fragile enough that Allison doesn't necessarily have to be a pure contingency play, but I don't know.
Henry, I tried to push for Tampa. He got taken from us. Don't be mad at me. I was going to pound the table.
I do like Henry's logic. Like in my main event,
Yes.
I hadn't taken a defense until the last round. I took Dallas. Like that's gross for Tampa Bay week 1, but I get a free peek. Maybe Brady like throws some gross like pick sixes on out routes and I bank something. Otherwise, I cut him and pick up whoever. So I like the logic.
You are up next.
You could also do that with the kickers.
Oh yeah, I think you exclusively target Tampa Bay and Dallas kickers if you can, because you get a free peek.
I love it.
It's a minor edge, but it's an edge.
It's not nothing. If you get a win out of that, if that gets you an extra win, that's pretty huge. It's a short regular season. I think that's really really sharp take. All right, Pete, you're about to pull a crack rock here.
What do you mean?
That just don't draft this guy. We'll get him on the next round. Play.
I mean, it was
Which
only
you did
4
with Tyler
picks.
Lockett last night. Well, it was less. It was only 3 last night. We gave Crack a lot of props, so you'll get props too.
Now you are on the clock.
All right, he took a kicker, so we can take Quadri. Pretty excited about that. Quadri Allison and Ty Johnson and Tony Jones. I feel like there's one other guy. It's almost changed the way I'm drafting in underdog because I know I can get one of them in the 18th round and probably another in the 17th round. Like I think they're just like, I don't know, maybe I've talked myself into them too much, but as like my 4th and 5th running backs, I think they're pretty awesome. Like I don't really get why they're quite so cheap. And usually Allison's going ahead of this here. So to get him here, I'm pretty psyched about it.
Allison, I literally have no idea where Allison came from. He put up 1,000 yards and 11 TDs as a freshman at Pitt. So that seems like not terrible.
That sounds good.
And then he put up less than 500 yards combined as a sophomore and junior, but let's ignore that.
This is a different quarterback room. Trevor Lawrence just went in the 16th round here.
And Andy, we're still trying to figure out how to get the functionality where when you put a player in the chat, it goes directly to our queue. We haven't figured out how to make that
We
work.
haven't added that yet, unfortunately.
That's a premium fee. I paid like $100 for that feature.
Yeah, you paid for it because it goes right into the queue.
Yeah.
What a disaster that would be. Hamler, another good pick by Frank here. Kenny Gainwell, Ty Johnson.
No, just get out of here with this shit.
Frank's having himself a draft.
Is Gainwell something? I feel like he's kind of dead.
I like Gainwell. He's one
I
of
like
my-
Gainwell too. Yeah, Pete kind of got me back on Gainwell because that's a situation where I'm like, man, Philly's going to be really gross. But the other thing about Gainwell is that he might be awesome. Like, there's reasons to think he might be awesome. And it could, he's not as good as Kamara, but Kamara's situation was disgusting in his rookie year too, and he immediately produced because he's awesome. So I don't know. With the guy who led the class in career yards per out run, super explosive. Like he does something very, very well in catching passes that they want to emphasize this year.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I got down on him just from the preseason usage stuff, but I don't know. I feel like people it's like the dumb take is like preseason doesn't matter, but I feel like the dumber take is like preseason snap counts are like the Bible, and like you have to follow that 100%. Because like people are like, okay, this guy's resting. This is great. It's great for Raheem Mostert that he's resting, but then it's like, oh, ETN like split first team snaps with the starters. That's like bad news for him. Obviously, ETN's out now. That's a different conversation. But it's like, what if the fact that he was splitting first team snaps is because they kind of wanted to rest him and not give him the full work?
That's the thing where people spin it both ways, where they're like, oh, the usage great. And then it's like, no, but they rested him as part of the starters, which means, they rested A.J. Dillon, which means he's a huge part of their plans. It's like, we can't have it both ways.
Yeah. And sometimes it's obvious, like, oh, Tyreek Hill played 4 snaps. Okay, obviously they're just resting him. But with guys like LaVisca, or like with the more ambiguous guys, people are so certain it's like, oh, he only played limited first-team snaps. That's bad. It's like it could be the same situation as like the elite guys where like, oh, they're resting him. That's awesome. Like people just don't like. You can read some into it, but people are like overreacting to that shit.
Pat, don't make that face when Frank takes De'Ami Brown. I mean, it's just the most obvious thing Frank's gonna do.
Why did Frank sign up for all of our drafts? I don't appreciate it. Come in here, take all our guys. Look at this team. I love it. I love this team. It's so good.
No, Pat, come on. Take it down a notch.
Pat's removed from the stream. Until Pat gets back on our team, let's talk about Team 10. I mean, oh my God, that Waller-Ridley start. If Swift is completely healthy, this team is, oh my God. I'm getting a little hard just thinking about this right now.
Just read one beat report or practice report on Swift, and you'll be all the way back in.
And then De'Ami Brown at the end? I mean,
no, Pat.
You need a longer timeout, apparently. A longer timeout. Until you're ready to come back, say something great about Devonta Smith and Michael Gallup. Pat, I can see Pat in the little green room. I want you to raise your hand, and this means I apologize, and I'm ready to be on the team. Okay, he raised his hand.
T. Lamb, T. Higgins, Brandon.
Nope. He's trying to trick me now. He's trying to trick me. This is just
so what? We got 4 picks. 4 picks.
Right,
You're back.
I don't know. I'm good.
Because it's rigged, man. FFPC has it
and
out.
And then
for
we
it.
lost Gabriel Davis.
So you guys you're in what, 12 main events, and you got 0 101s, and how many like 102s or 103s did you guys get?
We had 103 earlier tonight with Paul. Yeah, it's not many.
We got 0 101s.
I think we have
out of 14, I believe.
I think we do have 1 102.
So you guys are betting. You should somehow hedge the bet by like betting on McCaffrey to go over 1,000 yards. Whatever is over is, you should hedge on that or something.
I've gotten really lucky in Best Ball Mania so far with 101s, so that's been nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sorry for stealing all of my 101 luck and putting
there. It
Best Ball
is.
Mania.
We're drafting with Josh and Essential from the Discord on Sunday, and that's our 102 team.
Now you are on the clock.
We're on the clock. Anyone jump out here?
Yeah, P. Ryan, I think is a nice handcuff here.
Where are you at, Sam?
Let's see. I think P. Ryan is fine. I guess he's the only kind of like clear cut handcuff left, so that's a bit of a tear break until we get into some real dart throws. Yeah, I'm good with P. Ryan. Maybe he's not a clear cut handcuff, but I don't know.
I think he is.
If you're asking me to get excited about Samaje Perine, I can't quite do it, but I'm into it here.
Hang on, I need to clap back at my chess coach. Liam, P. Ryan last year, and I believe it was week 16 or 17 when Mixon was out.
Yeah.
Had 95 yards and 2 touchdowns as the bell cow back without Mixon. He very much
And the
has
same coaching staff with a worse quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, they just benched Gio Bernard like completely to play P. Ryan. Which, I mean, ignore that for our Bernard pick in round 12, but it's good for our P. Ryan pick here.
This is a new
I have
era
a
for Bernard.
luxury pick idea that I think is interesting.
I put my luxury pick idea in the queue a while ago.
I don't mind that one, but what about this one?
I'm going to see the gross shit you're about to put in here. Fuck.
I think the one I just put in is the clear pick because of how the rules work for Thursday Night Football in week 1.
I'm waiting for yours to refresh in my queue. It's not here yet.
I like that take. I like it.
Because, like, if he goes off week 1, we can play him in the flex. It's a low likelihood. If he even shows enough, like, gets 70% of the snaps, he's definitely a priority waiver at week 2. If he sucks and the other guy beats him out, we cut him and we can still get another guy before the Sunday games in week 1.
I like that one.
I like it. That's a good play.
And their preseason usage and their practice stuff has been they're just directly splitting all the work right now, which is better. Which is better for our guy.
And if he did what he did last year, he was like, I don't know, I'm shooting from the hip, but he was like the tight end like 8 to 12 or something, and that was with the starter out for the entire year, basically. Like that's not quite his ceiling. Like that could be our flex. Like it's a long shot, but it could be.
Once we make this pick, we will explain the kind of quirk for the Thursday Night Football rules here with FFPC.
I really like this play. It's a smart play.
I think it's good. It's perfect. It's the better version of my luxury pick, a smarter version of mine.
We'll probably end up cutting his for yours, but you get that extra information.
Yep.
Which is what I was going to argue for mine. It's kind of a take a look peek, but this is a better version of that.
Yeah, it's just I think it's like I said, it's a small edge, but there's going to be guys like more things will happen. There'll be guys on waivers that we like if this guy sucks.
And Quez goes there, Pat. So that was your other good suggestion. That's a nice value there. On Quez.
Yeah, I agree. So the suggestion from Sam is Dalton Schultz.
Yes.
Do you want to explain why that's a good pick?
And explain the week 17 thing for people who don't,
Yeah. So what you can do on FFPC, because there's drafts after Thursday night, everybody has a chance to look at the Thursday night game and decide if you want to put that player in your starting lineup or not. So for Schultz, we can see how he does. If he gets 6 for 60 and a TD, that's a good flex for us for the week in tight end premium, right? If he completely sucks and like Jarwin completely outplays him, we can actually cut him before the rest of the Sunday games in week 1 and bid $1 on whoever we think the best flyer is. So we're giving ourselves like a 21st round pick essentially by taking Schultz.
Yeah.
Is the way I see it.
Yep. I like it. We've also made a big bet on Dallas too. And again, we don't want any of this to ever happen too. But if there was an injury in that game, to anyone in that pass catching core, Schultz's stock could greatly improve as well.
I mean, Schultz ran like, I don't have the stats, but he was like top in routes for tight ends last year. He wasn't super efficient. I don't think he's like a great talent by any means, but you could get there on volume.
I thought he was solid last year, for down the stretch.
He was solid.
His production stayed decent even when Dak went down too. Like he wasn't smashing, but he had a floor.
Yeah. Now, I've made this argument in the Discord too, I think, but like everyone's all over Jarwin, and Jarwin could not beat out like the dead corpse of Jason Witten for snaps in in his final year before he got injured. So why are we so confident that Jarwin is good? They gave him a decent contract, but he could not put Jason Witten off the field. And Schultz played decent, so I don't know. Schultz could just be better at football.
Schultz could be better. We were excited for Jarwin to break out. He never got to see if he was going to. Then Schultz had a good season. And, like, we still don't know what Jarwin is. Like, we have no idea what Jarwin is.
Yeah.
Early in camp, it seemed like Jarwin was outplaying Schultz pretty handily. But then, since then, it seems like I've been hearing the same stuff, that it's pretty split.
Yeah, and I think there's some other tight end flyers on waivers that, if Schultz sucks, we get a free look in week 1. So we can switch our 18th round tight end flyer to whoever's left, basically.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, it's time to set our sights on the most important positions of all. We are done taking skill position players.
Yeah, Liam makes the point that OJ Howard over Schultz. I think it's a similar argument for Howard. I wouldn't have hated Howard there too. I guess I'm less confident that Howard can beat out both Brate and Gronkowski.
That's the issue. The issue for Howard is not Gronk. If it was just Gronk, it would be very exciting. It's Brate. Brate is a major issue.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, OJ Howard's he's destined again for like the Mo Alley Cox thing, where when you're in that 3 tight end thing, OJ Howard's the Mo Alley Cox, the most exciting guy, most efficient, probably best red zone target. But when you're splitting snaps with 2 other guys, it just like kills your value.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing too, I mean, I don't know where he's at now, but I remember blurbing it a week or 2 ago, but they said Howard wasn't even fully healthy yet coming back from his Achilles. That's what Bruce Arians had said.
That's the other tough thing about an Achilles. Like that can be a killer for guys.
Yeah. Like the one pro, like I guess I remember like Emmanuel Sanders came back from Achilles and was like, that's like the best case scenarios. Like Emmanuel Sanders came back.
Demaryius Thomas tore his Achilles his rookie year.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like always, if people come back from it and they can be awesome, but it's also an injury that people just don't come back from sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're down to, they forced us to pick a defense and kicker here, right? So, let's see.
Yeah, I kind of like pretty much anybody.
Yeah, kickers doesn't really matter. I mean, I think the guy I just put in the queue, just similar logic to what we've been talking about, makes sense. Is he the kicker in Dallas?
Where are Denny's ranks when we need him?
Did he just go? I think he just went. Greg's the one.
Yeah, he just went. Okay.
Denny likes Matt Prater a lot.
Oh yeah, that's his guy.
He's a big Prater guy. By the way, I don't know if Drico's still watching, but when we were out there, there was this panel that we did where we talked about like our tools and stuff. We kind of like give a little pitch for NBC Sports Edge, and kickers didn't come up because of why on earth would they? And Drico was like sitting front row, and they're like, "There's a Q&A section." He's like, "Yeah, I'm just like curious, like Denny, if you have any kickers that you really like this year."
Was he doing it? Was he being serious?
He was just like, I think it was a kindness. Like he just like
it was like to talk about.
Yeah, it was like both a bit and like he just was like, I know you kind of want to talk about kickers, so tell me about them, please. And then Denny,
You are up next.
happily talked about kickers for a full minute.
Oh, apparently Ryan Suckup tested positive for COVID. So do we
Scratch him off the list.
Do we take the Bucks backup kicker for the?
Now you are on the clock.
I think we take Prater.
Who do the Cardinals play week 1?
Let's look this up.
The Titans. Yeah, Prater versus Titans.
The chat wants Gay.
Who does he even play for?
The Rams.
Denny likes Prater, and that's like all I need to know.
The Rams are on the road, but in the no, they're home versus the Bears to open.
I like the Titans' defense sucks, right? Cardinals versus Titans.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, what's the worst case is we get mad at Denny. We call that a Tuesday.
I mean, yeah, I feel like
15 seconds
we can
left.
get Denny to pay part of
We
it.
call that a Friday. That was. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter today, but there were some people mad at Denny.
Oh yeah,
I saw the thing from yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever.
I'm setting that one out.
Sitting that one out. The internet's underbelly
one
was
out.
on full display.
It's okay not to tweet.
Yeah, you don't need to take on everything.
It's so true. I truly don't have a take on everything. But some people
Agreed.
seem very good at manufacturing takes about everything.
Yeah. I mean, I had to manufacture a take about like Samaje Perine on this podcast.
I mean, we could all manufacture takes, but it's fucking exhausting. And then you have to deal with people, and then you're like, I manufactured that take. I don't even actually believe it that much. And now I'm arguing with someone on the internet about a take I don't even care about.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Do we have Dallas or Tampa Bay? Or are they gone?
I mean, no one takes Dallas, so we can have. I guess the question is like, is there a defense that's like clearly good? Because like Dallas is like kind of like clearly a bad play in week 1, but if there's no one that's clearly good, you can get the free look.
Carolina has been the team we've been smashing. Their first 2 games are incredible. They are
You are up next.
home versus the Jets, then home versus the Saints, and then versus the Texans.
But is Carolina good?
Carolina, I mean, rookie quarterback Jameis Winston, and then literally whoever's starting for the Texans, and it's 2 home games.
Yeah, I get my lean is still. Even though
Chargers get Fitzpatrick,
Clock.
Who does?
which I think is the Chargers, and
Yeah.
they've got Staley and Bosa and stuff. So
I mean, I'm happy
kinda-
to get some diversity on our Carolina exposure, but
my take would still be, it's gross, but I still think if we're not certain what the best defense is, it's like pretty flat. Like Dallas for the free look, and then figure out waivers after if they suck.
All right, I'm good with
I'm
it.
fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Brady can throw like a pick 6 on an out route, and then we got there, right?
That's
and if
all
he
you
doesn't, yeah, it's a free look. It's like if every week you could choose one of the Thursday night defenses, and if they suck, you could pick someone else. I think like you would almost do that every time, unless you have an elite defense. Right?
Yeah,
Oh.
I agree. I don't know why Pete booted himself up. Just, he got really excited about Dallas, but I agree. I mean, if you can take a free look, because it basically just comes down to who scores a touchdown.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard at Paul's comment that I misclicked out of the stream. Jesus, he's thinking about the Thursday night game. I was trying to get all the highlight reels. Oh, we had a blast drafting with Paul earlier. For some reason, you missed that. We drafted a main event team with Paul earlier. Last night, we drafted with Crack Rock. We're mercifully taking tomorrow off, and we'll be back on Sunday at 1 p.m. for a matinee with Josh and Essential from the Discord. Our 5th draft in 5 days. How are you feeling overall about this team we just drafted, Sean? Or Sam, sorry.
Sean.
My brain is mush.
I'm feeling good. Can we pull the team up again?
Yeah.
I mean, this is we talked about this like 5 minutes before this started. For everyone else, we were talking about what's our ideal start. Waller plus one of the top 4 wide receivers was like all on our minds as the best start we could possibly have. We got that. I think grabbing the value on Swift is awesome. We filled out the rest of our wide receiver core with like a mixture of high upside rookies, third wide receivers with contingent value, Will Fuller, who you need to have in every single draft. And then I think we figured out RB2 fine. Like we got some pass catchers in there. We got some bigger home run swings. I talked you guys into like taking a bunch of like shitty Dallas picks at the end for the.
No, I like
it.
that.
It's a fun take. I'm into it.
I really like this team. If Swift is what we think and hope he is, I mean, I think this team is an absolute smash.
Yeah, Pat, what do you think?
I like it. I like building the one elite running back build around Swift. It's something I've done in best ball drafts. Not something we've been able to do here yet. Swift doesn't normally fall here. Like he's fallen in one of the drafts we did. I believe we're in the 4 or 5. He got within one pick from us in the 4th round, which would have been amazing. But normally he's gone by the early 3rd. So to get him at the end of the 3rd, I think is pretty sweet. We get the Waller. Waller has been someone I've wanted for a while. Get Ridley, get Swift. That's 3 picks right there that we haven't gotten yet that I've wanted to get on all of these teams. So that's been exciting. And then I think we got a little nervous through the next few rounds where we're like not loving any of the picks. Jamar Chase was pretty nice, but
Lamar and Devonta Smith, I think, were the uncomfortable. Well, not Devonta because he fell, but
Devonta fell. Yeah. Lamar and Cooper, we weren't like psyched. I mean, it was fine. Definitely fine. But what I like about it is then we get Gallup and Fuller, and then more. That made me feel like way better once we got those 3 guys, because that's pretty nice value. And then all in all, the wide receiver room shaped up really well. So Ruggs and Singletary as well were pretty sweet. Geo. So I feel good. Like I feel like we have some scratch offs after that. We can ride out. Honestly, we can ride out Swift not playing week 1 if it comes to that. Because we got Geo and we got Singletary. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a couple guys with 3 roles,
I mean, Singletary and Geo, we can just set it and forget week 1.
Well, we also know with Geo. Like if it's not Geo, we can pray and start Quadri or something, but we have that knowledge.
Yes. I really like this team. Sam, it was super fun drafting with you. I think you have very good insights and definitely carving out all those edges. So it's fun to hear you kind of talk through all those things you've been tossing around in your head.
Yeah, that was fun, guys. That was a blast. Pumped with our team, and we'll see how it goes going forward. I think we're in a good spot.
It'll be fun. We will be in the Discord plotting our waivers throughout the season. You guys can join us in there. The link down below to become a member via the YouTube, get you access to the Discord, all kinds of good stuff. We got our listener league going. Pat, I did make our pick. I conferred with Gretchen there. I took Jamar Chase for us in the listener league.
Over Chubb and CEH?
Gretch wanted it. Yeah. So we did it. Yeah. We
listener
just
league
took
is
Jamar
thick.
Chase over Nick Chubb if you guys want to know how things are going in the ship chasing listener league. But Gretch posted a photo of an avalanche, so that's why. Because Pat used this analogy, and here we are. Sam, anything else you like to plug? You plugged your beer, you plugged your move to the north end. Anything else?
No, that's about it. You can follow me on Twitter. I literally just created my Twitter like 2 weeks ago. It's Sherman_FFB. Got nothing to plug. Excited to chop it up with everyone in the Discord next couple months, and
that's right. Yeah,
that's all I got.
I have the link to Sam's Twitter in the show notes. Check it out for his tweet, which is a nice little handy screener for kind of thinking about the running backs and kind of the things we're looking for when we're searching for that legendary upside. I thought that was a good visual for it. So we will be back on Sunday, like I said, at 1 p.m. for another main event draft. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. If you're watching and haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe on your way out. Have a wonderful Saturday, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.